Demarco Chronograph. These are out right now. They have stock. You can use a special discount code I'll share with you later, but it'll be in the description as well as a direct link. But I have to say, I'm pleasantly surprised because this happens sometimes when you get approached for my channel, when I get approached from brands that I'm not familiar with, but when they send me a picture and they send me the specs and I look at it and I'm like, that looks awesome. I hope you pull it off. Well, they did. They pulled it off. So they sent these over. I have a black dial, a blue dial. There's other colors. This blue dial with the black subdials is pretty cool too. And you're going to see some similarities with a watch I show in the background. And I will show a side-by-side close-up of those as well in a moment. But I just love the vibe of this with the all-metal scalloped bezel, 120 click. And then the quartz chrono, Mecha Quartz, keeps the price point super, super low. With my discount code, you're sub $400 range, like 364-ish, something like that. It's going to be a snapshot in time. I think it's just for Christmas time, I think up to Christmas 2024. So depends on when you watch this. They might be sold out. The deal might be gone. Who knows? But let's get into the size of this thing. Let's do some wrist shot and we'll do a lume shot. I want to show you side by side with that Longines. And I love presenting different options because that's what's the beautiful thing about this hobby is you have a wide range of options and price points and styles and designs. All right. So the bezel's a little bit overhanging the case. So I measure the case at about 40.5, the bezel at 41. Those are good numbers. The lug to lug, you can see it dramatically turned down on the case there. And then the bracelet also fits that profile. It doesn't extend the lug to lug. It is just under 49. It's like 48.8. You can see it's almost all brushed. You have those polished little edges there just to give it a nice little reveal and some dimension to the case. The thickness I measure at 12.4 millimeter, but you look at that boxed and double dome sapphire crystal with AR coating on the underside, 20 millimeter lug opening, and you get quick release spring bars. Some of these things are just becoming the norm on these new watches. This bracelet does taper down to 18. It has screw pins, so very easy to size. And then I'm sure you noticed we have a toolless on the fly quick adjust on the clasp. Again, these are things that we're starting to expect from these brands. This one's a double post, double pusher, and a signed buckle. So very nice. But I think with this chronograph, it would be nice to see it on, an FKM rubber or leather, but it's really good that we have a solid, well-built bracelet to pair up with it. So it's a full kit, guys, for like $365, $364, something like that. I don't know. I don't know that I could really change much. So 7 millimeter screw down signed crown keeps the 100-meter water resist. You can see this chronograph's running. So the Mecha Quartz movement inside here is the model that, if I'm not mistaken, does not have the running seconds. So you might want to just run the chronograph if that bothers you. But it does have a 60-minute counter at the 9 o'clock position, and then you have your 24-hour register at the 3 o'clock position, and then a nice circle relief date wheel down at the 6 o'clock position. So if we go ahead and stop this, and when you reset it, it instantly snaps back into place. So this is how it would look if you're not running the chronograph clearly and there's no running seconds. I know that there's other models available, but if you want to get a certain subdial layout and features, then you have to pick this movement. So is it a deal breaker? I know for some people it may be, but I think you might need to reconsider and maybe just go ahead and run that chronograph. There's your seconds hand. I don't see what the big deal is. We know it's keeping time. The battery life on it is going to be for, whatever, couple of years, depending on how much you use the chronograph, because it's using an extra complication. But check out that blue dial. And I told you I was going to show you this, but it really pulls out. I got a little bit of dust on the dial there. So this is my new Longines Big Eye Petroleum dial. Retail on this sucker is over $3,800. So basically move the decimal point over and drop off a couple $100 and you have this Demarco. And I just paired it up with a Zurich leather strap, which is a Horween leather strap. You could put a leather strap on this, and they're pretty similar. This one's grade 5 type. They're not the same. Clearly, we all recognize they're not the same. This is, more of a luxury timepiece. This is more of an entry. You still get a heck of a lot watch. We've talked about this before on this channel, diminishing returns. I feel like this one presents a pretty high level of quality and a great watch at such a low price that you have to spend a lot more money to only get a slightly nicer watch. And unfortunately, that's the obsession with the watch hobby. That's what we do. We go after that stuff. And you don't need to do it. And even if you did it, like I did, you can still enjoy these too, because it is different. Having the metal 120 click fidget spinner on a scalloped bezel on there, the Longines does not have that. So, and this is a quartz grab and go. So there it is on my 7 1/4 inch wrist. Plus it has a bracelet, all that stuff. So let me know what you guys think. I'm excited about this one, like legit. When I first seen the pictures that they sent over, I was excited about the overall look of it. Now that I have it in hand, I can confirm I actually like it even more. They're actually legit, really cool watches. And there's some other fun colorways, but this blue dial with the black subdials could be I don't want to say a substitute, but could be a fill-in for the Big Eye for me personally. So BGW9, let's give these a quick blast with the UV light so we can check out that BGW9 lume. And like I said, link in the description. Use the code at checkout, randomrob24. I will put that down below. There is only a certain amount of time that's going to be an active code. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll catch you on the next vid.